Hello and welcome to my 2023 reading journal slash bullet journal flip through. I am so excited to share how my journals turned out, and this year I actually did end up filling up 3 different journals. I ordered these from Notebook Therapy in the original size instead of the A5 on accident, and therefore I used an extra journal this year. However, we are going to go ahead and set these 2 aside and of course start with this first one here. So this is the Matcha journal, like I said, from Notebook Therapy. We're gonna go ahead and crack this sucker open and start flipping through the pages. We have, starting off, of course, is just my name page where I write my name and put my phone number. And I just have a little sticker from Julianne Doodles Peppercut Studio. All of the supplies that I used will be in the description, and any stickers that I got from small businesses I will also link below. Starting off with my 2023 cover page, I decided to draw a dragon, and all of my pages in the beginning are black and white themed because I really liked this gridded washi tape that I got and wanted to kind of go with that. So I just drew this dragon here, and the next pages are my 2023 year at a glance. I did 6 months because I knew I wasn't going to be able to fit that many months in this journal. Super self-explanatory with what these pages are, just a calendar overview. This, however, is my media growth tracker. This is pretty niche to me since I run my YouTube channel, Instagram, and my small business, and so I just want a place for all my stats. I am a stats girly, love me some stats, so getting to see the growth throughout the entire year is always so fun and exciting for me. And then we get into more of the reading journal spreads. I guess after my K-pop dances spread, I was on a K-pop cover group and wanted to write down the songs that I needed to learn and needed to practice just for funsies, basically, and that's what this page is. And then we have my books bought. Now, this was kind of my budget page. I told myself I would write 2 columns, and once the columns were filled, I could buy no more books. Now, I have one more slot here. It is only the middle of December right now, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be perfect and not fill this in or buy a few extra books, but we are hanging on for dear life with my book budget here. The next page is unfortunately a tracking page that I abandoned because I just could not keep up with it. I do have a completed one in my 2022 reading journal if you want to see what it looks like all filled out. It actually looks really, really cool, but this isn't really a page that I could easily keep up with because sometimes I don't keep up with my journal, but there's no way to go back and check when I read. I don't really pay that much attention, but if you can keep up, I definitely recommend making a spread like this because it's so cool when it's all filled out. Next, we just have a running list of all the books that I read with the months sorted out. The stars mean that they are new reads, and if it does not have a star, it means it is a reread. I have 4 pages of these. This is the only book that I've read so far in December, and we are halfway through it, so moving right along. We then have more books read, but this time with pretty pictures of the book covers. I absolutely love these pages because I love seeing all the different book covers all put together with their star ratings as well. I think it's so fun. This one kind of encapsulates my summer reading. Lots of bright colors, lots of romance, and then we gradually get into like fall. It's really interesting to see what sort of books I gravitate as the year goes on. And then we have my last page. Now, this is not going to be completely filled in. I am a little behind with a few more that I need to stick in, but I just wait until I need to print a bunch and then print them off. So typically, to keep track, I just write the name in pencil and then just plop a sticker right over it. My next page is my Wyverns and Words page. Now, this is the book club that I run with my best friend Katie, and I just have the book covers of all the different books that I read this year. Also, this is low-key exposing me because I didn't read our July book club when we took a break from live streaming, but moving right along. This is like just a little logo that I put in. It's so crazy to see this page all filled out because we've been doing this book club, Katie and I, for a year and a half now, and that's just crazy to me. And then this was my Patreon book club. I unfortunately did have to stop it in September. I do plan on bringing this book club back probably next summer, so stay tuned for that. Chaos X Cass will in fact make a return. Okay, this next page I hate so much, so please don't judge it. It is the worst color palette in all of color palette existence, okay? And I understand that. I am not good at color theory, but man, this just looks horrible. It's just my bookshelf page, but instead of tracking things by format, I tracked it by star rating, but I do a lot of half stars. So then we have some with like multiple colors and it's just really ugly, and we're gonna move right along past that. Now, these pages that I'm skipping, I do like small journal entries, and I don't want y'all reading those. And then we are on to my January cover page. Now, this was actually the only map that I drew in my 2023 journal because I now draw maps in my sketchbook instead of in my journal. The theme for January was Cruel Prince, so I drew the Cruel Prince map in my style. I actually do have map prints available if you want to snag up a copy. I always have my website linked below in all of my description boxes. Next, we have my mini calendar. I was super busy this month, clearly. And then some highlights. I just write one line every single day of my favorite thing that happened that day. And these spreads clearly are more bullet journal heavy versus reading journal heavy. Same with my finance tracker and my habit, media, and music trackers. Like I said, this is a mix of everything that I track here. And then we have my very ambitious and very much so failed 2023 TBR. So I only read 16 books. I don't think I'm going to read any more on this list, but let's see. I read Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron, Chain of Thorns, Babel, Sorcery of Thorns. I read all of Mistborn. What else did I read? Yellowface, and then this entire bottom row, as well as Stalking Jack the Ripper and Hunting Prince Dracula. And that is it. But look at these tomes. I mean, I put the entire Stormlight Archive series on here. I put the entire Last Magician series, the entire Aragon series. I was ambitious, a little too ambitious. But you know what? I managed my expectations for next year. I also love to include these little like journal scrapbook pages in here. I think it adds for really special details, and I absolutely love looking back on these pages. So this is from a K-pop concert that I went to. It was for One Us, and the tour name was Reach For Us. So I kind of try to match the theme per month, if that makes sense. And then we have just like a little New Year spread, as well as my dance team photos and just some other photos down here as well. Skipping past my journal pages onto my potential Babel map that did not ever actually happen. I was traumatized from last September when I did a Caraval map with all these tiny houses. For some reason, I thought I would redeem myself and draw the Babel map, but clearly that did not happen, and I never felt like going back to fill it in. So this is your message to you. Not everyone keeps up with their journals, even if they make journal videos like I used to. This was really fun though. I did theme it like vintage academia, and I love like the washi tape that I used here. This washi tape is actually from the washi tape shop, and I am an affiliate for them. So if you do want to snag some really high quality washi tape, you can use my code Cassandra10 for 10% off. Highly recommend checking them out. I will link that below. Same pages as before, but I love doing like these little letters here. I tried to like emulate stamps, but I just drew it instead. This is when I got more into jiu-jitsu, and I was trying to like write the different moves I was learning, but clearly that did not go very well. And then same with my dances. This is actually when I took a little hiatus from my dance team, so more crossed out. This is also something that I failed to complete. This was my Ranger's Apprentice readathon that I was hosting with my friend Rosalie. However, we live on complete opposite sides of the world, so it was really hard to match up our schedule and find time to live stream together. But I do have a Discord server with some lovely people that continued the readathon regardless, and that's super fun. Then we have just another like scrapbook page, little friend-iversary with Katie. Love to include just fun spreads like that. This next page is actually before my March cover page, but I had an accidental blank page here, so this was to celebrate my 21st birthday. I had a little scavenger hunt that my dad set up, and Katie flew down from Missouri to visit me, and we had a fun little day together. It was so delightful. And then my March theme was Ruby RWBY. It is one of my favorite animes that I watch, and I'm actually rewatching the show right now with my best friend Lexi. But this was actually back in 2018 when I started bullet journaling. This was my February and March theme, so I thought it'd be really fun to recreate the cover page in a way. The rest of this month is very aggressively pink, very neon pink here, but I have these like little heart stickers on these bullets because of one of the characters actually shoots little like heart-shaped bullets. So just to explain that, another little like scrapbooky type page here. I had to, of course, make a little page for my favorite holiday. Basically, St. Patty's Day has become a joke about why it's my favorite holiday. It started, I think, during one live stream with Katie, and I've just kind of ran with it, and I've just really enjoyed making the joke that St. Patty's Day is my favorite holiday. So I had to make a little page, and then I made a little page of just extra photos that I had of Katie, as well as putting in like a little note that she had wrote me, and that she made a name tag for me. I thought that was very sweet of her as well. This is the card that my parents got for my 21st birthday, and I thought it was so cute, so I just cut it up and put it in my journal because I love just like little scrapbooky stuff. I love it. This was the Stray Kids concert that I went to. We got front row, and it was so fun, and I love making pages for the concerts that I go to. This next page, I did a little photo shoot with one of my friends, and then she never sent me any of the photos edited, so I think I'm gonna actually just edit them myself and eventually make this page, but clock's a ticking, because if I don't do it now, I'm not sure that I ever will. And then we are on to the last month in this journal, which is April. I made these little like Stray Kids stickers, and my friend gave me this little washi tape as well. And this is one of my favorite themes just because of how fun and pink it is. Pink is my favorite color, so that helps. Same pages, you can see that I don't really change up much in terms of my spreads. Oh, this is one of my favorite pages in this journal. It is my Scarborough Festival, Renaissance Festival page. I went with my other friend Lexi, and we go every single year. This is our 3rd year, I think, going together. I just really love how this font turned out, and I love the fact that it's a medieval font, but it's colored pink, so it's like pastel type of vibes. I love it. And that should be the last page in this journal here. So go ahead and set this aside. And I'm going to be picking up now. This is the Boba journal. Like I said, original size from Notebook Therapy. Alrighty, this is one of my favorite like name pages that I've made. I included some lyrics from one of my favorite songs named Rain to Be by the group One We. I just love these stickers. These are from Peppercut Studios. Absolutely love it. Then we have my Year at a Glance here, and I don't know what I was going to put here, but I never put anything here, so that's okay. Moving on to May. I really love how this theme turned out. It is super duper light, so I hope you can see it. It's like sakura flower themed, and like I said, I love a good pink moment, and this is actually a month that I fell really behind in my journal, but that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to enjoy journaling. This is also when I went to Japan, so these next few pages are just a bunch of scrapbook photos from Japan. It was such a delightful trip, and I miss it so much, and it was just such an amazing experience, and I met so many lovely people. Alright, skipping the journal pages again. We have a few more photo pages of Japan as well. I took so many photos and so many videos, oh my goodness. My sister graduated high school, so I wanted to kind of commemorate that page. I went to the Scarborough Renaissance Festival again, so I wanted a page to commemorate that as well. I went with my other friend Lexi. I went to a Set It Off concert, and then I had some other just various pictures as well. This is the signed VIP badge here. It's my favorite band ever. So a very exciting and busy month in May, clearly. Moving on to June, this is Strawberry / Kirby themed. I didn't really have any thoughts going into this. I drew this font and then looked for stickers to kind of match that. I do really love a classic pink and green moment. It reminds me of the early 2000s when this color combo was like really, really popular. I also fell very much so behind. Summer is just not good to me. This is when I interviewed for my airline and got the job as a flight attendant, and I have been waiting ever since. My training finally starts in January though, which is so exciting, but such a long wait. A fun little day I had with my friends. We went like shopping at different stationery and K-pop stores. It was so fun. This next theme is Cinnamoroll themed. This is my favorite Sanrio character. I even have like a little Sanrio tattoo, and I love this washi tape as well. These clouds and the dessert stickers. Oh, this is such a fun theme. Now, I accidentally had skipped a page when I set up the calendar, so I went back and I did a little memory page. This is when Katie and I took a little trip to Arkansas. We had a whole goofy parabatai ceremony, so that's why I have the parabatai oath from the Shadowhunter series. It's a whole gag between me and Katie. So fun. And then we have just my calendar pages. Look how cute these stickers are. These are actually from Daiso, and I don't know if I can find them on the website or not. I will look for them, and if I can find them, I'll link them below. But I bought them in stores, and then they vanished. I like cannot find them anymore in stores, and it makes me so sad because I want so many more of these little dessert stickers. When I got my new tattoos, there's my little Cinnamoroll tattoo. I love him. He's so cute. And then just some other various photos with Katie and with Lexi. And then the next theme is also a Sanrio character, and this is Pom Pom Purin, and that is my August theme. I did the same exact thing with the Sanrio character and then these dessert stickers, just a different color palette. But honestly, having a solid color palette makes it just look so much better in my opinion. I also use these little Pikachu stickers that I got when I was in Japan, and they're so goofy. I love it. They make me so happy to look at. This is when I chopped all of my hair off, so I wanted to make a little page to commemorate that, and then took another trip. I think I traveled every month from May onwards. Kind of crazy. And then I got to see Set It Off again, and as a little like VIP gift, they give you these little guitar picks, but they have different designs on each side, so I made like a little pocket. I do not feel like pulling these out because it is a little delicate, so you just can admire the one side that says go fuck yourself. And I always like to write the set list with any concerts I do as well. And that is it for this journal. So we are moving swiftly along to the last journal here, which is this little key design, also from Notebook Therapy. This is one of my favorite name pages that I made. I know I said that about the last one, but maybe they're tied. This is the Pokemon Postal Service sticker sheet from Peppercut Studios. I love Julianne's stickers, and clearly you can see them used throughout my entire journal. I think I skipped a page to do a year in a glance, and then never did it. So, whoopsie. And then we have September, which is Kiki's delivery service themed. I had this strawberry and little Miffy. It might be Miffy, it might just be a little bunny rabbit washi tape that I got from Japan. I just love the solid color palettes, hence the neutrals. You can't go wrong with the neutrals. I love these shades of brown. They're so pretty. And then we have when I went to the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. So I went to 3 different Renaissance festivals this year, which is insane. Just as a pirate at that one. This was my first jiu-jitsu tournament, so I wanted to commemorate that. I will commemorate anything that I do with a journal page just because I think it's so fun and I love scrapbooking. This is when I went down to Missouri, or I guess up to Missouri. I live in Texas. I went up to Missouri to surprise Katie for her birthday. Of course, needed a page for that. Skipping my journal pages. Alrighty, and we're on to October, which is fall themed. I love this candle sticker so much, and yes, it is from Peppercut Studios. I love fall so much. It is definitely my favorite season, and these stickers were just perfection. We have just a little 10K celebration page, of course. We have my Vampathon page. These are blurred because these are some cursed images of Katie and I just being goofy. I took a trip to Oklahoma, and this is actually when I read A Soul of Ash and Blood. My friend Lexi and I, we read a JLL book together every single year, so I always like to make a little page to commemorate it. And then we're on to November. I forgot that I wanted to use these Halloween stickers in my October setup, but I was so excited about fall that I forgot to use them, and I was like, screw it, I'll just use it in November. So I think it turned out really cute. The purple color palette is just so fun. And you can see the dessert stickers, once again, solid stickers. I love them so much. This is when I went to my very first midnight release party for Iron Flame. I went with my sister. That's her pushing me off the parapet. Kind of rude of her. This was my California trip, and it was so fun. I met up with some people that I met in Japan while they were in California. I got to meet up with Julianne, who has made all of the stickers basically in this journal. And then I met my friend Natalie for the very first time as well. It was so much fun. And then this was actually my very last dance performance with my dance team, so I wanted to make a little page to commemorate that. These are all the dances that I did with them, and these are all the dances that I did with them, and then we never recorded, or we just stopped halfway through. And then this was kind of like how you saw in January with the flurry season. Our new season was called Blooming, and I forgot to make a page for it earlier, so I was like, I'll just go ahead and make a page for it now. We are on to December here. Wouldn't you know it? More Julianne Doodle stickers. What a surprise. The setups for every single one of my months are very much the same, but you know what? They work. So why fix something if it works? This page though, I love doing this page. This is all the gifts that I have bought for people. I might have to blur some of these out for people who don't know what I'm getting for them, but I like putting gifts that I'm giving to people and then gifts that I receive as well. I think it's really fun. I have a couple of blank pages left for when I do pictures for this month, but then I have some wrap-up pages. So here we have my monthly favorites. So every single month I just picked my favorite book and stuck it on here. You can typically make this page at the beginning of your journal, but since I typically have two journals, I like some wrap-up pages in the beginning and at the end, for I have a little bit of variety, I suppose. And then I have a page for the best books of 2023, which I'll actually have an entire video on, so I guess this is your little sneak peek spoiler moment. And then I love making Spotify Wrapped pages. Like, I love Spotify Wrapped. Like, I think it's so much fun. So I wanted to do a page to commemorate that. So I have my top artists here. I have my 6 through 10 artists. I listen to 967 artists. My top songs. You can judge my music taste, feel free. My favorite album of the year. And this is my personal favorite song of the year. I like to label Altered My Brain Chemistry. And then we have my monthly favorites, but for music, I thought it would be kind of fun to do. And then we have a concert wrap up as well. I wanted to do one last year and that just didn't happen, but it did happen this year. So that wraps up, I do believe, all of my journals. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my spreads. I am a booktube channel, so I don't do designated reading journal setup videos. However, in my monthly reset videos, I actually do set up my journals. So if you want to see more journal content from me, that is where you can find it. Also, if you'd like, you can follow me on Instagram at Cassandra Lynn Reads and at Oakleaf Arrow Studios to see more of my art. Thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Toodles! Oh look, they stay up on their own.